down when everyone was jailed. So for that period, you never had any franchise food. You had no restaurants open. You had no drive-thrus. You were literally bound to your house.
Yeah.
And soon after that, things eased up a bit, and it allowed us to open the original on the grill, which was based in Crawford at my house.
Yeah.
That concept was us opening on a Friday and a Saturday afternoon, running till late evening, providing a pickup and a delivery service. Delivery service was free of charge, and we had a very simple menu at the time, just beef and chicken gourmet burgers, providing obviously what we would like to be the best, and that is where it started really.
Huh. I have a question in regards to you starting in the middle of lockdown. As you mentioned, it was tough on everybody. It was not an enjoyable experience. We were at home eating the same acne week after week after week, and everything was shut down. But one thing you mentioned there was that all of the fast food franchises were basically shut down for that time period until the government issued measures where social distancing and all that. But I wanted to know, why would you start then? I mean, you could have started, you could have waited until things died down, when things cooled down and the markets opened up again, and then go out and do it. But you started basically in the thick of it, because at that period of time nobody knew what was going to happen. We didn't know what legislation was going to come out, but you just started in the midst of all that. What motivated you to actually do that? But also, during that period, I'm sure you would have experienced times where business was a little bit slow. I mean, at that period of time, people were losing their jobs, so they obviously didn't have that expendable income. How did you push through those days when things were just tough as nails?
Okay, so I mean, if we must think back, it was definitely a massive surprise factor. You heard a few days before the time, on first, I think it was a Thursday, everything's gonna close and you can't come out to the house.
I was standing and I was thinking, because I was in university at that time, and I was thinking, are they really gonna close this place down? And then just like that, I got a WhatsApp message overnight, and then the next day everybody was gone. The whole university was a ghost town. But that was
funny story. Actually,
that was a tough time.
Funny story, because I was at the university as well, and I was thinking, is this the last cup of coffee I'm gonna buy? But yeah, it was definitely a surprise. And at that point, or during that time, I think within that first 21 days, I realized that my passion for food had made me miss, going out and experiencing different meals. And I'm one who likes to go out and experience different restaurants, different takeouts, etc. See what's available in Cape Town. And number two, like you mentioned, financial strain is about to hit everyone, because essential services was a very short list. It was your SAPs, your frontline healthcare workers, and it was a confusing time, because am I essential, am I not, So in that time we realized that there's a lot of people that's not on that essential list, students included, that would find it very difficult. So along with passion for making food and experiencing food, I would say the financial need to actually get up and do something about it was
so essentially you were broke, and you were just
I think Salman said that last week. Yeah.
People that don't know, he is a friend of Salman, and I keep mentioning Salman because he always mentions it in regards to how that interview went. And yes, Salman did come on and basically say he was broke, and in simple short words, that's what motivated him to just start. But Salman was very all I knows best. I think
I think that initial period it sparked in many people the quality of entrepreneurship, myself included. I was always one to look for a side hustle, but there's times when you do it voluntarily, but there's also times when you need to do it. You need to get up and find a way.
Because times are tough, and you have to figure something out there.
100%.
Because being broke is not a vibe. It's not a great experience for anyone. But in regards to your startup and how you began, I wanted to know, how did you actually decide on the menu? And also, was that just something that came about from your experience? As you said, you like to eat out and you like to experience what Cape Town has to offer. So you had probably, you had a repertoire of what you enjoyed. But also, when you were coming up with your menu during that period of time when everything was like, in terms of money, was exceptionally tight. People didn't have a lot of expendable income. I mean, most people were just trying to keep their DSTV going, for the super sport. That was the only thing going on. But I wanted to know, like, in regards to that, how did you price your goods to make sure that, you could still attract new customers, because you were just beginning out? But also, when you were just starting out, how did you actually make people, like, in terms of marketing, how did you communicate with others that, I have this business going now, you can come order? Because at that time, of course, word of mouth was almost non-existent. Other than WhatsApp groups, there was no real way of going out to people and meeting them and, telling them, hey, I have this food truck, you want to come and try and taste?
So our business strategy at the time was very different to what it is right now, and that is because of the parameters that we were given based on like I said, the hard lockdown. You mentioned cost factor. I personally tried to make it as affordable as possible. Some people even told us, like, the close family, close friends, like, I think you can go a bit more. You're offering free delivery. People can pay more.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was started in a time when I myself was maybe in financial need. So you start off with as little as you have, but then you also realize, look, you're catering for people like yourself. Sometimes in a worse situation, sometimes in a better situation. So you try and find that common ground, that middle area where you can serve everyone, and also you want to give everyone the best. So all of those things played a part in pricing.
Now I'm curious now in regards to, I'm asking a lot of questions in your startup, because I feel like that for a lot of listeners who have maybe ideas of becoming entrepreneurs, that is often at times their biggest worry. How do I start? How do I market myself? How do I even price my goods? It's the simple stuff that gets to them. Because at the end of the day, when you're starting, just before you become an entrepreneur, you have that factor of fear. And now fear is obviously a good thing. A lot of the times it keeps you checked, it keeps you grounded, because it makes you aware of your surroundings. As you said, you are aware that the people that you mostly keep in contact with, your clientele, didn't have a lot of money. And as you're a student, you have had friends that were also students, and you knew they were also broke, so they couldn't afford any of the big stuff. And that sense of awareness is important. However, sometimes fear becomes an emotional barrier for a lot of people, because they often at times defeat themselves before they've even gone out and approached people. Now, I wanted to know, in regards to that, in regards to fear, how do you overcome that? I mean, even as you are now, you started way back when and you're still going strong. Alhamdulillah, you're here, you have an established brand, but how do you work with fear? Because, you must have days where business is exceptionally slow, and then at the back of your mind, your mind is telling you, this isn't working out. Maybe this is a sign that I'm not supposed to do this. Because a lot of times people personalize their failures and make it about themselves. So I wanted to know, how do you overcome all of that?
It's a very, very complicated question, actually, because fear, I think going into anything, fear is an important factor also. I think back to the first conversation that I actually had when coming up with this idea. I was at home. My dad was running errands. So I called him. I told him, look, we're about to, things are going to change. I have an idea. We can chat about it later. But let's start this food business from home. We run a free delivery service, and we offer something that, people can't get at this time. It's like, look, times are tough, and like us, there's no income source. Yeah. There was no income source for many people. Only the big companies could actually, maintain their staff salaries. But it wasn't like that for everyone. So yes, going into it, there was many reasons not to do it. But you look for those reasons that actually push you to say, you know what, let's give this a shot. We'll start off small. And I think you mentioned like my friends and stuff like that. When you're starting off a business, that friend circle and family circle is your only marketing.
Indeed.
Especially if you don't have, a big
social
backing.
media
Yeah.
presence, yeah.
So you as a person have to actually push and make yourself aware within your own circle, and then in that, those various family and friend circles, they now do their bit, and that's such an important part, because number one, you need to impress them. Because your friend is going to tell you in front of you, look, that burger was lekker.
Yeah,
but you actually need them to go out to their friends and their family and promote it. And alhamdulillah, it has grown from where we started in that situation to where our circle, our social marketing circle has grown. And I can only thank them for that.
Wow, it's amazing. One thing you mentioned there in regards to is the fact of your friends and your family. Now, if the people, for those that don't know, in studio right now is Uzair's sister, who apparently came here as his driver. And I also noticed that on Saturday when we were at your establishment, that your sister was there again, covering for you because you weren't there at the time. But I wanted to know in regards to that, what kind of factor does family and friends play? You mentioned, of course, marketing. Of course, when you're first starting off, the first people you can tell your friends and family, and they will usually carry the message. But they will also be your biggest critic sometimes, because they'll tell you, Uzair, this is kind of swag. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is not the one. I'm not gonna lie. You need to go back to the drawing board. But so often the times they are your biggest motivator and also your biggest critics, which makes it always great because they can criticize you, but they can also come up and they'll be a little bit more constructive rather than just trying to push you down. Which a lot of customers sometimes do, where they get heated and they're like, this is the worst burger I've ever had in my life. I could have gone down the road and made my own one. And then you think, yeah, but you can't cook, so stop talking, Canala, and then you move on with your life. But I wanted to know, in regards to your family and friends, what kind of support do they play outside of marketing?
The role they play is very big. I would say sometimes even bigger than my own input. Wow. Like I said, and I'm keep going back to when we actually started. It was if I'm not mistaken, towards the end of April in 2020. So it was like
1 month after the incident of lockdown.
So in that time, there wasn't even an option to have external staff. So we started off with the 4 in our house, my mom, my dad, my sister, and that is the founding members of On The Grill, really. Those are the 3 of them are also the main critics. Layla may be telling me, nah, the sauce isn't great. Mom saying the chicken needs to be a bit more soft, like that, but you also need to accept the criticism because you want to give the best product. And I always try and share that with our current staff and with our family as well. Buy from us, also give us feedback. We want you to be happy. So we don't want you to, have an experience where, you weren't as happy as you could have been. Yeah. Because obviously we want you to come back and we want to make you happy. We want to offer you the best item at the best price. Yeah. And we want you to continue coming back. So the factor of criticism, we like to extend beyond our family and friends and to our clients and customers as well.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's actually a common occurrence in regards to restaurants. I get a lot of restaurants on here, and one of the biggest things that they always talk about is the fact that they want to get better. One of the core functions of the business, or at the heart of the business, is actually their passion for food. A lot of people come on like Salman and he'll say, you know what, I feel like I enjoy this. I enjoy what I'm doing, and I also just have a passion for creating my product. And they're very on their brand and so on and so forth. And you can tell that they're passionate about it. But one thing I love is that they come and they admit that, maybe sometimes I don't do it right. It's because that's just human nature. You can't be perfect.
Yeah.
That's not who we are. But they say, I want my customers to tell me that. I want them to tell me that this isn't that and that. Of course, you don't want them to tell you screaming at 8 o'clock in the evening that this is a terrible experience and all that. But at least you can learn from it and you can build from it, and then you can get better, which I believe is one of the things that a lot of people often forget about entrepreneurship, that in actual fact it's a journey. Definitely. Rather than you going to a certain destination. Yeah. But I wanted to know from you in regards to that mindset of journey, not a destination, just quickly because we have to wrap up for the ad break. Where do you actually see yourself in, let's say, 3 years? I love asking this question because people always like,
that's a question I wasn't prepared for.
I didn't actually think about tomorrow even, but okay, 3 years, let's go.
I'll go back to the aim of the business again, or the business model. We want to offer our product and our service as far and wide as possible. We want to give the same experience to as much people as we can. So I think answering your question now, you said 3 years. Inshallah, let's broaden out of Cape Town into the broader Western Cape, into broader South Africa, inshallah.
Inshallah, I mean, so in 3 years' time, you can catch Uzair at Oudtshoorn selling his burgers, probably with a liquor, ostrich twist. But with that, we have to go for some commercial news. Stay tuned for more of the Daily Grind.
My radio station, your radio station, our radio station, the voice of the Cape.
Dis Pick n Pay se 55ste verjaarsdag. Ons laagste pryse is hier. Soos P&P langlewe melk 6 1 liter pakke vir net R74.99 van die jy-sweep. En Nestlé Recoffee 750 gram, koop 2 en kry 'n derde een gratis van die jy-sweep. Plus staan 'n kans om een van 55 reise te wen. Geldig 20 tot 26 Junie terwyl voorraad hou. Besenfees geld.
Ugazi Fragrance Collection offers you a wide range of amazing fragrances, perfumed sanitizers, sulfate-free hair products, beard grooming products, and much, much more. Visit our retail stores in Access Park, Kenilworth and St. Peter's Square Observatory, or purchase any of our top quality products from our online store at www.ugazi.co.za. Ugazi, your fragrance specialists. Take advantage of our 20% discount offer to subscribers who purchase any of our top quality Ugazi products from our online store. This offer is for a limited time period only.
Balmoral, the fresh way.
These famous great value combo, only 129 Rand for all 8 bulk items. Potatoes 7 kg, onions 2 kg, carrots 1 kg, tomatoes 1 kg, sweet potato 1 kg, 1 English cucumber, baby potatoes 1 kg, and oranges mini bag. This and other great specials. Visit us at our Woodstock store or shop online at www.balmoral.online.
Balmoral, the fresh way. The feet are the pillars of the body. They are the ones that support all our weight and are responsible for our wandering. At Feet for Life, we treat all foot-related problems like diabetic feet, ingrown nails, foot fungus, foot screening, arthritis, and basic foot care. Visit Feet for Life at our 3 branches in Constantia, Rondebosch, and Mitchell's Plain. Contact them on 067 988 6045 or go to their website and visit them on www.feetforlife.co.za to book your appointment now.
Moving can be stressful. So, let the professionals you trust help you. RT Movers. We are the go-to guys for your next residential or office move. RT is the trusted name in the packaging game. We can supply you with all your essential packaging materials, from bubble wrap to pallet wrap, corrugated boxes, and of course, the packing service. You don't need to touch anything. For your next move from point A to B, call RT on 082 928 4290 or visit rtmovers.co.za.
The Voice of the Cape, 91.3 FM stereo.
The Daily Grind. Boosting your business savvy.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the Daily Grind on 91.3 FM studios, or you catching us on the live stream. In that case, assalamu alaikum to you. I didn't mention that in the beginning, but of course we are live streaming. Every episode of the Daily Grind is being live streamed. We are back with Uzair, the owner of On The Grill. Just before the break, Uzair was telling us how he's going to be in Dubai in 3 years' time. He sees himself expanding, maybe going to Iceland, the UK. He's going all over the world. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning to us all the way over the ocean, Uzair is coming to you too. But Uzair, talking about the present now, let's talk a little bit more on regards to your product line, what you have on offer. So, when we started, you told us a little bit of what you have. Why don't you just enlighten us a little bit more on what is on the grill's menu?
Okay, so in essence, we offer gourmet burgers,
Yeah.
which is our main, and it's our main line. But we also offer grills such as beef ribs and chicken wings, and then we have a side menu as well, which includes saucy fries, mushroom loaded fries, and chili cheese loaded fries.
Yeah.
But like I said, our burgers are our main, our main menu, ranging from chicken. And we have special sauces as well. So it's chicken with chili cheese or mushroom sauce, hot sriracha. I must think about what you had actually on Saturday. Oh, you had the beef burger with chili cheese sauce.
Chili cheese sauce.
I
It
think
was
the
delicious,
viewers
by
will
the way.
probably see it tomorrow.
Absolutely delicious. Yes, we'll see the video tomorrow. But now, in regards to that, hey, sometimes I have people come on here and then they just say the weirdest stuff. I had liquor diet on. The guy told me he's making, what did he say now? It's something with those sweets, the dried fruit. Something with the M. I forgot it now. Meatballs, yes.
Oh.
He said he's gonna make he actually sat here and he was like, we're gonna make a meatball sauce. And I was like, wait a minute. Then someone said he wants to make a malva pudding pancake. People come on here and they say weird stuff and they act like it's a normal thing. Like, I just woke up and I was like, I'm just accepting of malva pudding. Like, I don't want a further explanation. But now in regards to you, your specialty is gourmet burgers. Now, can I ask what do you see yourself making in the future? I want to know. I want people to get it's an exclusive interview, so I want to know
I think it's a good time to insert our Instagram handle. Stay tuned to our Instagram page to see more. But we really moved from the basic chicken and beef burger after we started, and then we introduced the gourmet sauces. Like I said, chili cheese, mushroom sauce, hot sriracha. So definitely expanding on that.
Yeah.
Is your mouth watering?
Yeah. No. I went to Liquidate the other day, and then they had Roti Gatsby with mushroom sauce. And I before I bought it, because the guy said, we have mushroom sauce, and I was like, whoa, you just said that like it's nothing. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. And my word, is it good. But also, mushroom sauce just goes with everything.
It really does.
It's surprising. Anything you want, it goes with.
It's funny you mentioned the Roti Gatsby actually, because we just launched a new item, the chicken tikka wraps. Yeah, so that's our latest item. I think we launched it last week, and alhamdulillah, everyone loved it. So you can, hopefully on your next visit to us, you can try that.
And the next visit will of course be this Saturday and Sunday, because Uzair will be at the VOC Garlandale Cup here this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And then you can check out his tikka chicken wrap, the loaded mushrooms with mushroom sauce. No, wait, the loaded chips
loaded mushroom
with the
fries.
mushroom sauce. Oh my word, I just keep thinking about mushrooms, muff. It's just like the thought of it, because I remember the picture that was actually at your establishment, and I saw it and I was like, wow, that looks actually really nice. But I like that you're into more gourmet burgers, and I wanted to know in regards to that, where did that come from, that style of going into gourmet burgers, gourmet sauces?
It started right at the beginning. Like I said, actually getting something that you want in that time was very difficult. So my idea was, give someone a restaurant quality without actually getting the opportunity to go and sit down somewhere. So we tried to source the best items, something that I thought you'd get in a restaurant, and deliver it to your home, and that's how we started. So currently, that is what we do from our food trailer, and like I said, we try and now go to different locations and do it from there. So you can actually get what we try to make restaurant quality from anywhere.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's the best thing about operating a small business, but especially operating a food truck. The mobility that you have in comparison to your bigger competitors. Because essentially you don't have to worry about markup, not necessarily markups, but more so you don't have to worry about the entire logistics. You can just decide, you know what, this weekend we're going to the Golden Cup, and that's where we're going to operate from. Khalas, no problems. And that's a beautiful thing in that regard. The time is flying, Uzair. We're now at 48. We have to go for some commercial soon. So now I'm going to ask you another tricky question that you probably weren't prepared for. It seems to be the theme of the show tonight. But now I have one more question. Before the break, we're talking about fear. We're talking about the fear that entrepreneurs have, both before they become entrepreneurs and while they're still, operating as business owners, because they're wondering where the next paycheck's going to come from, and so on and so forth. I wanted to know from you, what would your words of motivation be to those listening that want to be entrepreneurs? But let's make it a little bit more interesting, because I know sometimes people think, what would the aunties and uncles want to listen to? What will I say that will inspire them? Let's make it a little bit more simple. Before you were an entrepreneur, you had your own fears. So what would your message be to your younger self in the middle of lockdown?
To my younger self?
Yep.
I've always been a risk taker, I think. In a sense of, if I felt there was an opportunity, let's leap out and go and take it. And alhamdulillah, I think in most cases it turned out okay. So my message would be, look for those opportunities. Be mindful about it, but be the risk taker. Be responsible in the decisions you make, but also go out and find those opportunities and work hard on them, and inshallah you'll reap the rewards.
So basically, just do it. Essentially, goes down to just go
say
for
Bismillah and just do it.
Bismillah and just do it. Of course, still be cautious of what you're doing, but just do it. With that, we go for some commercial news. When we come back, we speak to Uzair some more. I know there's a question on the Facebook in regards to On The Girl's Instagram handle. Don't worry, after the break, we will be revealing that and more. So stay tuned to the Daily Grind.
Attention Cape Town, welcome to Grill and Dry Grand Opening Specials. Full chicken and chips only 99 Rand. 5 chicken wings and chips only 50 Rand with a free cool drink. Full chicken Gatsby only 99 Rand with a free 2-liter cool drink. 2 beef burgers only 30 Rand. We are the Braai Masters. Find us at 231 Long Street, Cape Town. We have something for everyone. We do phone orders and deliveries. Grill and Braai, original sauce, Hood Braai, authentic taste. Spend 100 Rand and more and get a free beef burger.
If you ever find yourself in a situation that requires legal advice, Sali & Sali Attorneys is the firm you need on your side. We assist you in matters of property transfers, bond registration, or winding up a deceased estate and more. We work closely with you, providing efficient, professional, and excellent service, resolving even the most challenging case with a smile, making you rest assured that everything is being taken care of. Contact Sali & Sali Attorneys now on 021 697 2093. Sali & Sali Attorneys, where trust is everything.
Auntie, the nuts and snacks on your table always taste so good.
I always buy them from Teddy's at 7 Endeavour Street, Athlone, or from their online store. Great quality snacks from Teddy's and perfect when you have people over. It's been bringing our family together for years.
My favorite are the chocolate-coated and caramelized nuts. Mom gets them online.
Try their new flavored nuts, barbecue, fruit chutney, cheese, and even wasabi. Teddy's, family goodness since 1988.
Specials on offer. Dried mango, stalk raisins, caramel and yogurt cashews at low prices while stocks last.
Excellent Meat Market brings you the famous annual 6-day winter sale now on. Don't miss out on the best specials valid online and at all stores. All our products are quality guaranteed or your money back. Follow our winter sale specials on Facebook. Excellent Meat Market. Committed to excellence.
Love is behind all the greatest stories of our lives. And the greatest love of all is Allah's. The first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah are the days most loved by Allah. So give Qurbani in 30 countries worldwide. Give Qurbani. Give love with Islamic Relief.
The Voice of the Cape, 91.3 FM stereo.
The Daily Grind. Business Savvy.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the final segment of the Daily Grind. In studio, I have, of course, Uzair. Munshi is the owner of On The Grill. And it's like such a defeated look. Why, brother? He's smiling. But anyway, okay. I just lost my train of thought there. But like I was saying before the break, this is the opportunity now where we're going to tell people a little bit more of how they can get in contact with you. And one question that came on the social media on Facebook is a question in regards to what's On The Grill's Instagram handle. So why don't you give people a little bit more insight on how they can get in contact with you and where they can find you?
Okay, so our socials are obviously Instagram's our main marketing tool. It's at @OnTheGrill_CPT. You can find us with the same handle on Facebook as well. And then you can reach us on WhatsApp on 065 915 1534. As I repeat that.
I feel like you were like standing in the mud and you were like, I'm going to get it this time. This is the number. Now I did that the same when I saw the Voice of the Cape 0829 913 913. Just like that. But anyway, say it again for the people. But also I will put the contacts on the Facebook chat now. So say it, go ahead.
So the Instagram handle once again @OnTheGrill_CPT. Facebook is the same as well. And WhatsApp 065 915 1534.
065
915 1534.
1534. So if you are interested, I have put up the contacts, numbers and the handles for On The Grill on the Facebook chat. So if you're interested, you can go over there and you can find it at your leisure. Now, Uzair, we have one last question before I have to, conclude this interview. It's been going so fast. I mean,
time flies when you're having fun.
Indeed, and every time people come on, before they come on, they're always worried that their questions aren't going to be enough. I mean, they think that 40-minute show is going to take you years of their life, but no, it goes exceptionally fast as we're talking. Now, is that one last question in regards to your starting? Okay, in the beginning, you mentioned that it was at your house. You did deliveries for free. There was essentially 4 people. I think it was you, your sister, and your mother and your father.
Yes.
You guys operated there, and then at home, you have the leisure of being at home, which means that if something goes wrong, you can just go into your cupboard, get something, fix the problem. If you got a butcher's knife, you go to your cupboard, get the butcher's knife, alhamdulillah. However, when you're in the thick of it at a market and you've lost your knife, then you must just start using your hands, karate chop, you know what I mean? Mr. Miyagi, get it done. But aside from the jokes, I wanted to know that transition. How did that take place and what were the challenges involved in that?
So the transition took place. We were actually approached by one of your previous guests, Khalida from Coffee. So many of the listeners will hopefully know that we are stationed at Habibia Express every Saturday. From lunchtime until late in the evening. They offer milkshakes, coffees, waffles and everything that's nice. So she approached me and said, look, why don't you want to come out of your house and pop up with me somewhere? So this was a very new concept for me. And again, that fear factor was definitely there. And I had a lot of questions for her because I haven't given it thought. And the first location, I think, was all the way in Okavango at the Caltex.
Yeah.
And at the time, we didn't have a trailer. So at that pop-up, I definitely realized, along with the staff and my family, what challenges were involved. At the time we had a gazebo and we had to cart all the equipment, and cleaning was a lot more difficult, and the wind plays sometimes a very difficult factor.
I could imagine.
Factors such as rain, etc.
Yeah.
And that's where the idea of a food trailer came about. Because they obviously have a food trailer, them being Coffee.
Yeah.
And I saw the advantages, and that was our next goal. So in the pop-ups following that and the trading days following that, that was our aim and goal. And alhamdulillah, that's where we are today.
Alhamdulillah.
There's still some challenges, but
from the beginning in your house, you're now operating a pop-up truck and also being stationed at Habibia Express on Saturdays. That's very, very enlightening. However, Uzair, it is the end almost, well, not really the end, but I have to conclude the interview now. For my part,
sad. You're gonna miss us.
yeah, but I'm gonna see you again on Saturday, so it's no biggie. I'll get some of that lekker tikka chicken wrap. I find it really interesting. I wonder what it's going to be. But anyway, we'll discover that on Saturday. And the viewers and the listeners can, of course, discover it for themselves by tuning and coming through. Now, from Uzair, from our side, I'd like to say shukran so much for coming on board. Also, for allowing us to interview you on Saturday. And shukran so much just for coming in. It's been a pleasure.
Afwan, it's been a pleasure. And we definitely enjoyed the experience.
Yes. With that, we have to conclude the show. But for all of the listeners and the viewers on Facebook and YouTube, you can, of course, catch Uzair and Khalida from Coffee and Coffee at the Garlandale Cup happening at GFC Park 314 Imam Harun Road, Lansdowne. There you can, of course. Oh yes, Uzair just reminded me that I actually am playing on Friday. That's unfortunate. So if you want to see me collapse, gasping for air, begging people for a water bottle, come through on Friday and you can see that happening live in your face. No need for a live stream. You can check me out in my unfitness at the Golden Cup. But with that, I say to you, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Tune in next week, the week thereafter, for another episode of The Daily Grind. And also tune into the socials for the video that we did with Khalida and with Uzair. You can check out that interview. It will be uploaded tomorrow. From my side, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.